Hey everybody, I'm Jonathan Jolley. I'm one of the financial advisors here with Cornerstone Financial Management, and I wanted to talk about an important topic today. That is the importance of insurance protections, and specifically life insurance and long-term disability insurance. From a financial planning standpoint, those are a couple of the items that we really like to cover anytime that we are talking to clients, especially that are in the wealth building phase of life, the accumulation phase of life. So that is something that we specifically recommend term life insurance, and we get questions often, what is the importance of life insurance? What does it offer? What does it provide? So just to kind of give you a basic 1,000-foot view there, life insurance is a contract between you and an insurance company that if heaven forbid anything were to happen to you or your spouse while you guys are in your wealth building phase of life, like I was just talking about there, then the insurance company would provide a death benefit for your loved ones, for your beneficiaries. So what we normally recommend specifically is a term life insurance policy that would provide 10 to 12 years worth of projected income for your family in that scenario. One of the benefits that we like about term life insurance coverage is that when you lock that term in, and depending on your phase of life, it can be a 15-year term, maybe if you're in your 40s, maybe a 20-year term if you're in your 30s, maybe a 30-year term if you're in your 20s. That premium, that price that you paid to the insurance company, it does not change for the duration of that term. So if you are young and healthy, we recommend getting that premium, getting that policy while it is still cheap, while it is inexpensive, and then that does not change for the duration of that entire term frame. The goal would be at the end of that term period that you would have enough assets, enough of your nest egg built up that you would no longer have as much of a need for life insurance at that point. Another one of the common questions that we get is going to be about why term life insurance and what are the different types of life insurance that are out there. So we are big believers in buying term and investing the difference because the alternatives are going to be significantly more expensive. Those would be policies like whole life or universal life policies, and the average whole life policy will cost 5 to 15 times more for the exact same death benefit as a term life insurance policy. So those type products will promote that they'll have their own unique advantages like a cash value that can accumulate in the whole life policy. What we do not like about that is that essentially when you accumulate that down the road, yes, you can borrow that as a loan against the policy, but you would basically have to pay that back in order to keep the policy in force or active down the road. And then also universal life policies will have indexing strategies where you can gain a portion of the market, like the S&P 500, it might track an index and you get a portion of the upside, but we would much rather see you buy term and invest the difference in something like a Roth IRA that would grow completely tax-free for you. That money is yours for whatever purpose you choose down the road, and it can be distributed completely tax-free after age 59 and a half. So again, that's why we like to see you maximize your dollars, and we are big believers in the buy term and invest the difference philosophy. Similar to how life insurance protects your loved ones, if heaven forbid anything were to happen to you, long-term disability insurance protects your income if anything were to keep you out of work for an extended period of time. A lot of folks do not realize that statistically, 1 in 5 adults will miss at least 1 year of work prior to age 65 for health reasons, an accident, an illness, something like that. And our job as financial planners is to help you bridge that gap if that scenario ever happens. So that's why it's important to have a healthy emergency fund. That's why we talk about having that 3 to 6 months worth of expenses saved up for the emergency fund. But that is also where an important protection like long-term disability insurance comes into play. Normally, that will provide about 60 to 70% of your income, of your salary, after about a 90-day elimination period. And a lot of those policies will actually provide benefits up to age 65. Group disability insurance policies tend to be the cheapest option because the employer actually provides a little bit of the premium assistance. They subsidize that. So whereas an individual policy, you pay all the premiums yourself. So we normally recommend if you have access to group coverage to that employer provided plan, take advantage of that. But it's also beneficial to have a private policy that is not going to be tied to a job, where if you ever leave the employer, you ever leave the job, you cannot take that with you, whereas an individual policy is portable. And one of the other benefits of an individual policy is that it is completely tax-free when the benefits are paid out. So that is something to keep in mind, but we believe there is value in both options there. And if you guys have any questions on anything that we've gone over today, feel free to shoot us an email, give us a call. We are certainly happy to help answer any questions that you might have there, and that is why we do view the insurance piece as an important part of financial planning.